Welcome back to the channel and to another test ride video. If you like these videos and you want to see more of them, make sure you're subscribed to the channel below. Today I'm riding the Specialized Kenevo, an absolute monster of a bike that's packing 180 mils of travel, with a triple crown fork and coil rear shock. It rolls on 27.5 inch tyres, and the key geometry numbers are a 64 degree head angle, steep 77 degree seat tube angle, and a whopping 1293mm wheelbase on the S4 that I'm riding today. That's not the only thing that's whopping when it comes to this bike. It weighs a metric ton and it costs a cool $12,000. The Kenevo shares the same motor and battery as the Turbo Levo that I tested recently, but that's where the similarities end. The Kenevo runs smaller wheels, it's longer and slacker, and it has an extra 30mm of travel. I loaned this bike from TBSM in Mortdale. If you're e-bike curious, you might want to drop in for a chat with the team and tee up a test ride as I did. I'll leave a link to the store in the description. The Kenevo is billed as being a replacement for a chairlift. We don't have many of those in metropolitan Sydney, so I'm testing it at Mount Kira, which is a great shuttle spot. I'll also ride my local trails in the Shire to see if the Kenevo is more versatile than it looks. Right, on dirt for the first time. See how she handles. Oh, finding the power a little bit hard to control, but probably just a getting used to it thing. Maybe in the wrong gear. Alright, so trailhead, 17 minutes. Coil's nice. I assume that most owners of this bike will spend most of their time climbing tarmac or fire roads. For this type of climbing, the length and weight of this land yacht is not a concern, and the upright seated position is very comfortable for sitting and spinning away in full power mode. We rocketed up the big climbs of Kira in about half the time and with much less effort than usual. So it self-shuttles well, but that's somewhat expected. I was pleasantly surprised by the bike's climbing manners and technical single track as well. Modern geometry kept the front wheel weighted in all but the steepest pinches, while the coil shock and a decent helping of anti-squat delivered a good balance of traction and efficiency. I didn't notice the limited steering angle of the triple crown fork, but I did find the bike harder to manoeuvre in uphill switchbacks compared to a shorter and lighter bike. EBD.
EBD into E Club into Drift EXC.
Whoa, the boys are on better line there. Most of us can't ride full gnar all the time, so it's a good thing that the Kenevo is surprisingly well mannered in rolling terrain too. It wouldn't be my first choice for an XC ride, but on the flowy trails of CBD and drift, I found the bike really enjoyable when there was enough gravity to keep the big rig trucking. I hadn't ridden a 650B bike in over a year, but even in such a large and heavy package, I could notice the improved maneuverability compared with 29er wheels. Oh, something in my eye. Whoa.
I got that root.
Snake bit ya?
Yep.
I don't think that's going to be the last of the crashes today.
Nah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Man, I gotta say, 650B wheels are fun. My front's just bouncing off every route. Woo! Oh, a little nose heavy. Yeah. Nice. Oh, you legend. Unsurprisingly, the Kenevo likes to plough. On rowdy descents, the weight and geometry combine to produce a sure-footed ride that will allow you to take any line you want, while the stiffness of the downhill fork ensures that you won't get bounced from the line that you do choose. That burly fork also saved my bacon on a few occasions while testing this bike. Snake's got him! Snake's got me! Oh, there is no shame in dabbing. I'm in a bad spot. Oh. Holy f***! Let's get our feet back on, hey? The Kenevo will get around tight corners provided you have the time to set up. But you probably won't be throwing in that last minute scandy on the way in. I didn't have much of a chance to get the Kenevo airborne, but it strikes me more as a ground hugger, and rather a lighter bike like the Levo SL, or a non-e-bike if air miles were a high priority. Whoa. While I wouldn't buy a bike like this for my local terrain, I can see the appeal if you have access to big trails with equally big climbs. It really would replace the shuttle rack, and would mean you don't have to worry about having 3 mates teed up for every shuttle day. The GO is spot on for its intended purpose, and I got on with these modern numbers better than the more conservative Levo and Levo SL. The seat angle in particular made a huge difference to how centered I was on the bike, and I actually preferred climbing this bike compared with the Levos, despite the extra heft and travel. Finally, the great power and range really helped to unlock more trails. You can do some serious big days on this bike without needing insane fitness, which is appealing if you can only get out to the trails on the weekends. This is an expensive bike, and even at the asking price, you're looking at mid-spec drivetrain and components. It's also a very focused machine, and that comes at the cost of versatility. If riding a wide range of trails is your intention, you'd be better served by one of the other levers. Then there was that noise. I'm sure it was due to this bike being a demo, but it creaked and rattled worse than an apprentice work van.
Oh, sugar. Oh, it feels a lot tighter on this bike.
I don't think many people would buy a bike like this to pedal around if it didn't have a motor. But with a motor, the idea makes a lot more sense. And that's the real value of the Kenevo. It's the ultimate N+1, a bike that's more likely to replace your shuttle rack than another bike in your lineup. And because of that, Specialized has come up with something altogether different. And maybe that explains the looks you get when you ride it. That's it for this installment. Thanks again to TVSM and Specialized for the bikes to test. And stay tuned to the channel for more videos.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
That is not good.